Hi, my name is Vanessa Cano, and I'm completing the SDAIE strategy for EDSU 530 with Brandman University. My content area specialty is going to be health education, and today's lesson will focus on nutrition for 9th grade high school students. Common core standards I'm addressing are listed here, along with content area standards. So essentially, at the end of this lesson, students will be able to describe dietary guidelines, food groups, nutrients, and serving sizes for healthy eating habits. The English language development standards I'll focus on are interacting in meaningful ways, particularly the collaborative and interpretive parts, A and C. The ELD language level will be geared, this lesson will be geared for the expanding EL learner. So class, if you can recall when we began this nutrition unit, I introduced a collage with different vocabulary terms. You accessed what you knew about some of these nutrients before. Some of these terms may have been new to you, familiar, or maybe not so familiar. We jotted down our thoughts and ideas on graphic organizers, and the class had some discussions on their thoughts and ideas of which nutrients they thought were located or contained in certain foods. So it's pretty interesting to hear your thoughts and ideas. Then we began our lesson on nutrition, and we discussed why it was important and how important it was to maintain health and well-being. Some of the topics we discussed were the specific type of nutrients, what they did, so their functions, and where they could be found in order for individuals to create a well-balanced diet. And we learned also where to find nutritional facts. The nutrients we really got into detail with were carbohydrates, proteins, fats, cholesterol, vitamins, and minerals. You went ahead and defined those nutrients using your graphic organizer. You took down some ideas, drew some visuals and graphics representing where to find those nutrients, and you all did a really great job, so you should be really proud of yourselves. Those graphic organizers looked amazing. Yesterday, we spent most of the class reading nutritional labels. I brought in a variety of different foods, and you were able to work in group activities to identify where to find specific components of that nutrition, those nutrition facts on that label, specifically serving sizes, calories, and where to find those nutrients, along with the percentage of daily value for the different nutrients. So today, I want to bring all that together, everything that we've learned in the past couple days, and wrap it up because we're getting ready to prepare for the nutrition unit exam. The way you'll do that today is by using some in-text questions that will be used as a study guide. So there's about 7 questions there that all incorporate what you've learned up until this point from the nutrition lesson, along with the hands-on activity, real life activity of reading a couple of nutrition labels. I really want to reinforce how important it is to understand how to read these labels, where to find that information, because you will be using this, if not now, at some point in your life, whether you need to increase calories or reduce calories or increase a certain nutrient or decrease a nutrient. It's going to be important to be able to figure out how to make those calculations and how to identify where to find those. So that is also going to be part of this group activity. So the group activity we're going to use today, because you've all worked so well on these last couple of days and using your collaborative efforts, I want to continue that by using the nutrition jigsaw group activity. We've done this activity before, but I want to go ahead and explain it again. So essentially, you're going to get into your home groups, and these are the groups that you've had all year long. So you'll get into those home groups, and you'll look at your in-text questionnaire, and you'll decide, there's 4 questions that will need to be answered. Questions 2, 3, 4, and 5, and you'll decide who is answering what question in that group. I'll give you a couple minutes to figure that out. And then once you figure that out, those group members, all of the group members, will separate into expert groups, okay? So if you're going to be answering question 2, you'll separate into an expert group with all the individuals answering question 2. If you're going to answer question 3, you are going to leave your home group and go meet with all the 3s. If you're going to answer question 4, you're going to leave your home group and meet up with all the 4s. And if you're answering question 5, you will leave your home group and meet with all the individuals answering question 5. In those expert groups, once you get there, you will be responsible for answering that question. The resources you have available will be your Chromebooks. And if you're using Chromebooks, you should be on one of two websites, either the evolve.com website, which is the text website, or nutrition.gov, where you'll be able to locate some answers to those questions. You may also use your textbooks, and you want to bring your graphic organizer along with you because that has some pretty resourceful information. If you're truly stumped on a question, raise your hand and I'll be happy to visit your group and help guide you through that question. You'll have 10 minutes to work in your expert groups. When the timer sounds, then you will transition back into your home group. So you'll transition back where you started. Once in that home group, you will now have essentially 4 experts in that group. Each expert will take a turn sharing on their question. So person who answered question 2 will share what they discovered in answering question 2. The same goes for 3, 4, and 5. So by the time the activity is completed, is through, you would have answered questions 2, 3, 4, and 5 in your home groups. Okay, so everyone gets a turn sharing. That is the jigsaw activity, so let's get started.